Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you all for being here on behalf of the Miramar Pembroke Pines Regional Chamber of Commerce, the Western Florida Chamber of Commerce, and the Pembroke Park West Park Chamber of Commerce. Thanks for being with us. We are on session 3 of our Google Bootcamp, and we are talking today about how to make your website work for you. So, no such thing as just creating a landing page and just hoping that people are going to find you out there in the vast realm of the internet. We need to make sure it's working for you and that you can be found on the internet and people can find your page. With us today, we have Mr. Vicente Pimienta, our digital expert with Google, and he's going to help us learn how to grow with Google and how to make our websites work for us. So, Mr. Vicente, take it away.
Thank you, Angie. Thank you to everybody that takes the time on a Friday to be here. You are amazing and you are a winner just because of that. Recognize that. So we're going to have a very powerful training today. We're going to have a Google Day, and it's about making your website work for you. And why this is important is because we all have websites, maybe not, but those who have websites, I'm talking to you. If you have a website, come here, sit in front of the class, because you and I know that it's not working. It's not working for us. So we're going to change that. And that is so powerful that you're going to remember this workshop in the future. So this is the time to copy the link of this event and share it with your friends, family, coworkers. The guy who's doing your website needs to hear this. Okay, so share it right now, because it's not the same to tell somebody that to invite them so they can get the information directly from Google. Okay, my name is Vicente Pimienta. I've been doing digital marketing for 28 years. Yes, I started in 1996 when the internet sounded like, and it was at 9,600 BPS, 2,400. I'm sorry, that's when I started. So it's a long time. And I decided to do this my career. I had no clue what was the internet, and I had no place to go and learn about it. So I had to turn to Yahoo and America Online and CompuServe and all those to learn how to create a website and start doing marketing. I saw the future 28 years ago. But I also know it's hard. And I also learned that there are so many questions and it's so different to what we know that once I learned it, I decided to become a teacher. That's where my passion came to do. So I'm going to teach you things that I have learned through my career in 28 years and things that Google has given me and to share to you. And this is amazing. Just one or two changes are going to dramatically improve your results. Wait, I'm in the wrong slide. Okay. Okay. I'm sorry. So
We
this is
actually
what's
need you to
going on.
start sharing first. Yeah, we have you. You need to start sharing first.
Oh, I thought it was already sharing. You see, even technology guys have issues with technology. We're all humans. Okay, thank you for your patience. And this is where we're heading. More than 70% of survey reported that their shopping involved online touch points. And this is a golden nugget. This is a golden nugget. Remember this point, this name, touch points. Touch points means every time a customer interacts with your brand. Ella lo decía ahora. I want the people to see me here, there, over there. Those are touch points. Okay, so we're going to talk about those, and it's important to see where they are, and how are you doing with them. Okay, let's review what a website is. You can see here we have colors, we have graphics, we have some functionality. We have, of course, the layout, the written content, and we have to decide the fonts and, and all the colors and all of that. And it's fantastic. But that's not what's important right now. And I want you to think about this. I'm going to ask you a question. If you can answer me through the chat. What is the most popular website that people go? Can you write it in the chat? Who knows what's the most popular website in the world? I can't see the chat. Okay. Okay.
Okay, so I'll
Yeah.
share. So we've
Yeah, I
got a
got it.
couple of people saying Google, Amazon.
Google, exactly. That's it. Thank you. I can see
Nice.
the chat now. Thank you. Okay, I have so many screens, so many windows open. I apologize. So Google. So let's analyze. Look at this website and think about Google. Why are people going to Google? They're going for the information. Google has no design, just a nice font, a place to put your query, and their logo. Nothing else. So you don't need anything else once you provide the basic service, the basic information. So remember that less is more. Less is more. Okay. So this is what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about having a great website, but a goal-oriented website. It has to do something for you. It's no longer a business card. We're way past that. It has to do something for you. It has to be search friendly, meaning that you people have to be able to find your website on Google. And of course, it has to be convenient, mobile friendly, it has to be organized, and it has to be trustworthy. Because if I'm going to do a transaction on your website, I need to trust it, trust the website, and trust you, the business. So it's very important what we're going to talk about. Remember, you can share this and invite your friends, coworkers, family members. So this is what's happening. Start by asking yourself, why do I want a website in the first place? It's not a business card. So why would you want one? What are you trying to do? What are your goals with the website? You know, you can have a website with many goals. I'll give you some examples. For example, a company that provides services like cleaning services to offices and businesses could have a separate website just for recruiting. So you get the picture. Another website just for selling their products and services, right? So you get the picture. What is the goal of your website in the first place? Is it making sales? Is it building your brand? Is it re-engaging with existing customers like customer support and tips? That's another type of website, you know. It's amazing what you can do. And I will share something with you from my 28 years experience that is not here in Google. I've been on the internet longer than Google. And I can tell you right now, with all the confidence that I have, that you need more than one website. Take that to home. You're going to need more than one website. And I'll give you an example. A realtor has three main services: get renters, people that are renting properties, people that are selling properties, and people that are buying properties. So I'll tell you what, the conversation on each one of those is different. The keywords are different. The renters talk about renting and down payment and deposits, and they're different keywords. They don't care about interest rate, closing cost. Are you kidding me? So you need to have, like, if you want to be really good at it, you have to have one website for renting, one website for selling. And that's where you talk about commissions and I'm going to sell your, it's a different conversation. So you get it? You need more than one website. But if you have one, let's make one of them work for you. Okay. So check this out. That's how important this is. So you have to understand who is your audience and how do they act, because we're going to try to find the touch points, their touch points with your brand. So we can put your brand where they are touching point. You get it? So how are they thinking? How they live? What is, how do they live? Maybe they're your target is awake at night because they're bartenders, or I don't know. It's so important to know this. And there's this system that you probably know because you are a winner and you go to many trainings, and probably this is familiar. You've seen this before. It's the SMART, goals. It has to be specific, your goals. It has to be measurable. It has to be attainable. You can't do like huge goals. And this is important, this part attainable. I look at my goals like a stair to success. If each step is so big, it's not going to work. So I try to cut it in small, attainable, the smaller the better, attainable goals or steps. So it has to be attainable. So, and it has to be relevant to what you want. And of course, you have to have a deadline, a time for it. So pick this and write this down, the SMART system, and research it later and learn a little bit more about this. So now that you're thinking about your goals and your audience, let's add another one. Tracking and measuring your success. I have a life lesson here that I want to drop. We all have a to-do list. We all do. We know that. That's not news. The news is that one person, very successful person, many years ago, sat down with me and taught me that you have to have two lists. You have to have the to-do list, but you also have a separate list that is called the success list. And that's the one I want you to have from today on. That success list, you're going to write down what is it that you need to get to the next level. Is it your business, your career? Do you need a degree? Do you need a loan? Do you need a partner? What is it that you need? Equipment? That's your success list. Okay. So make sure you tie all this down so you can track your online services. So let's say you made some modifications to your bicycle to go faster. If you don't know at what speed you were going before you made those modifications, how will you know if you fixed it or not? So measuring everything is amazing. So your website has to be measured, and with Google Analytics and other tools that we provide here in these trainings, so you can actually see and have a thermometer, see what's going on. Okay. You can get really precise if you can, set up like a trackable phone number. Now you know every time they call you. And if you advertise with Google, you can use like the free call tracking for that, and it's amazing. If you have like an e-commerce site, you can track sales, and you can also use like the web analytics softwares to understand the behaviors. And the behaviors is the most important part because it will tell you the touch points. If I go to your website, I might click here or there or over here. It'll tell you the touch points and where I, as a customer, I'm dropping the ball and leaving your website. And that touch point, that last one, could be a different touch point, could be a pain point. I had too much pain. It was too difficult and I left. So that is why this is so important to find the touch points and then the pain points so you can modify those and fix them. Okay. Take that to the bank. Now, to measure your goals with analytics, it's a free tool that you can help to better understand your audience and see the activity on your website. This information is going to help you make decisions, especially if you use Gemini with AI and go and feed all of it and ask marketing questions and strategic questions to all this data. So if you're feeling like lost when it comes to goal settings, it might help you out just to put yourselves in the customer's shoes and try to understand what they would be looking for in your site. Sometimes what we want to say on our website, it's not necessarily what the customer is looking for. Does that make sense to you? So we're going to talk about all of that, okay? But you don't have to guess. With Google Analytics, it will help you answer a lot of those questions because you will know if I have a website, let's say vegetable websites with analytics, I can know if more people are going to the tomato websites or the lettuce website. So I know where the traffic and the pattern and the touch points are. Okay. Maybe they end up in the shopping cart and they abandon the shopping cart and never check out. That's a huge pain point. That is costing me money. But how do I know? Google Analytics. So it's important to have it. Okay. So also to set up Google Analytics, you just go there, g.co/Google, I'm sorry, Analytics, and get started. Okay. Now, there are two versions of Google Analytics. Make sure if you already have Google Analytics that you can migrate to the new, you will be able to do it, but you have to do it. Okay. So if you're setting up a new one, don't even bother about it. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this part because it's already done. Okay, check this out. These are some example reports. The real time. Let's say you have an advertisement campaign on the radio show live today, or putting some ads to go to your website on the radio, so you can see real time when your ad is on the radio if people are going to your website. How cool is this? And you can use this. This is just a simple example so you understand what's going on. Conversions. How many people are converting? And I want to make a note here. What is a conversion? Some people, when we listen conversion, including me when I started, I thought conversion was only that you bought from me. That's a conversion. Of course it is. If a stranger comes to my website and bought something from my website, that's a conversion. But that's not the only conversion that we have. A conversion could be download my free guide. So a stranger comes in through marketing or SEO and does what I'm asking them to do. That's the conversion. In this case, download my free guide. Okay, so you can measure conversions that will indicate you the level of interest and filter out your traffic. Now you have a group of people that have shown more interest because they downloaded the guide. Those people go to the next step. Those are the ones you want to focus on. Okay. So then the acquisition, you want to know how much it's costing me to bring these people to my website, and the behavior. What happens on your website? Again, touch points, pain points. How can we solve those? Okay. Now, um, here's like a snapshot. You can see the acquisitions, the life cycle, the real time, the engagements, the money, that monetization, I'm sorry, the retention, the user demographics, and tech. The tech, everything is important here, but tech is also very important because we were used to doing websites like for desktop, and now everybody's on the phone. So your website has to be flexible, it has to be beautiful on a big screen, but also beautiful on a phone. Okay. So make sure it fits all types of screens. The term is called responsive. A responsive website is not because it's going to respond a phone call, it responds to the screen size of the user. It's going to respond to a phone or to a big screen TV. That's what we encourage. Okay, so now to optimize this, go to g.co, optimize, and you can integrate analytics, run some tests about your website, And one of the tests that you want to check out is the speed. If your website is 4 seconds slow to load, 4 seconds, you lost 20% of the traffic right there. So if you're paying advertising and your website is loading at 4.1, 4 seconds, 0.1 fraction, you already lost 20% of your budget. It's serious stuff. Okay. So now a great website, it has to be search friendly. It's clearly important that your website can be found online when people search it, right? But it's also useful to understand how people search and what they're searching for. Now you can use Gemini AI to find out that. And for example, from 2020 to 2021, Google search data shows a 100% increase for searches that include the words near me, now near me, like I need some tires now near me. So that keyword is prime. I'm giving you a golden nugget. I'm handing you a digital golden nugget. It's up to you to implement it in your business. Okay. So this indicates that people want what they're searching for immediately. This is this is like a touch point where they're ready to buy. Not like an awareness that I'm here touch point or some informational touch point. This is I need it now. This is a golden nugget now near me in the searches. I need tires now near me. Boom. Okay. So that is that. Make a note. That's your little secret now. Now, to help you understand how to make your website more search friendly, let's look at, a little bit about Google search, the results page. And here you're going to see 4 areas. You're going to have like the search query area, where that's where we type the keywords. And we're going to have to the left, to the top here, to the bottom, I'm sorry, underneath the search query, a text ad. That's for paying advertising. And then the organic results. This is where you can be without paying anybody, just by using the correct keywords in a document. And to the right, you're going to have your Google Business Profile, which we have given you the training to do so here. And hopefully you have completed it. If you have so, please let me know how it's doing for you. If you have received one call, one interaction, one feedback, I want to hear about it. That's music to my ears. Okay. So we're going to talk here about the organic results. When we do SEO, we talk about organic results, not text ad and not the Google Business Profile. Those are two different efforts. And I want you to be on the 3 of them. Okay. So check this out. You can hire a company or a consultant to improve your website. However, it could be very expensive, but there are plenty of things you can do to improve your site. I remember when I started, it was fairly easy to rank number 1. I was ranking in some keywords higher than big companies, but those days are gone. Now it's different. It has to be a little bit more technical. First, make your site fast. That's one of the requirements. If it's not fast, Google will not put it as an option, period. It doesn't matter how many keywords you have there. Golden nugget alert, okay? A website's load time is one of the most important parts. Remember, Google wants the user to have a good experience. It's not going to feed you a website that is slow when it has another one that it'll go fast, right? So another thing is to improve your SEO, just publish original content. That is so useful. Never under any circumstances copy content from other websites, because the system knows that content had already existed somewhere else and it has been crawled and analyzed. So they can pinpoint exactly where you got it from and when you published it, right? So that will sync your website like you have no idea. And with AI, with using it, Gemini AI, you can go there and ask it to write a SEO information for your website, and that way is your content. Okay, this is the trick. Put so good content, original content, that you're going to rank up there and let your competitors copy you, and they're going to be ranked down. Okay, so concentrate on you being excellent, and that is the key here. Forget your competitors, let them copy you. Okay, that's the attitude, because you are the winner. Okay, a third thing is to use like a text anchor, like a link, a text with a link. That's called a text anchor, whenever is possible, with a relevant keyword in that. You have those texts that are linked. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Now, those are golden nuggets right there. However, now we're going to start writing, and we're going to be talking about the page titles and descriptions. Here is my secret to you, golden nuggets. Forget right now what the recommendations are. This is what works for me for 28 years. If my keyword is tomatoes in Miami, that's my main keyword. My title for that page of tomatoes is going to be tomatoes in Miami, period. Exactly my keyword, my target keywords. My description in my page is going to start exactly like my title. Tomatoes in Miami are one of the fruits that whatever you want to put there with AI, but make sure you start with the main keyword. I'm going to give you more nuggets. You're going to have one picture of tomatoes in that page. That file, the image, the tomato image dot JPEG, it's going to be called Tomatoes in Miami, and you're going to upload it to your website with that title. You're going to add the keyword to the image, all right? And you're going to, now that you have the title, the description, an image called Tomatoes in Miami .jpg, your alt text in that image, you put the keyword. This is golden, what I'm telling you. You put your tomatoes in Miami, okay? And now you're ready to go to the information architecture. Now we're going to write something on the document. Now you have set up the keywords on the title, on the description, on an image, on the alt image, the link, the link text, you have it there too. And now we're going to start writing some paragraphs. That's the information architecture that we have to pay attention. My first paragraph on that document, tomatoes in Miami are one of the things. Okay, that's very important. These tips that I'm giving you. Okay, and that's gonna happen to lettuce in Miami, bananas in Miami is a different page. You copy that format, and you're gonna have an SEO, and the paragraphs, use Gemini and say, write a paragraph with tomatoes in Miami keywords starting the paragraph for SEO. And you copy that and you put it on your document. Bingo. Okay. Now that you have the page title, the keywords, the information architecture, which the information architecture is a lot more than that. But now you want to make sure that that page, that website looks beautiful on all browsers and on small phones, big screens. Make sure the experience is a beautiful one, because that's going to be a touch point for your customers. Okay. Now, this particular tool touches me because when it came out, this is the first tool I used from Google as a webmaster when I was younger. And it was called Google Webmaster Tools, and now it's called Google Search Console, and it's amazing. And I'll tell you what it does and why you need it. This will tell, every search engine like Google has a crawler. So they come to your website and they read everything. It's like a little crab, reads everything and sends the information back home. Okay. So this tool will tell you, the owner of the website, when Google came, read your website, and what it found. Bingo, are you kidding me? And now you can trigger it to come back and read it again because it's going to tell you if it found issues. So now you have the opportunity to fix those issues. Go trigger Google to come and read it again, and you will see what it finds. Once you've done that, you are ready to rank your page on Google #1 page. You get this? This is golden nugget what we're giving you here. Remember, just because Google is gifting us a brand new Mercedes Benz in form of information, it doesn't mean that it has no value. If you get rid of that Benz, you're going to ask $50,000, $60,000 for it. Just because you got it for free doesn't diminish the value. Google has been kind enough to give us this information, this Benz, for free for us to use it, the small business community. This is for us, for the Hispanics, for this community. So take advantage of it and let me know how it goes. We want to hear the progress. We want to help you succeed. Okay. So now, once you install this console, it's very simple. You confirm that Google can find and crawl your site. You can request that it index your site again and again, and you can see the search traffic data of your website. But the most important part is the last one. You will receive an email alert when there's an issue with your site. Let's say Google goes on a monthly basis to review your site and it found an issue. It'll alert you. How cool is this? This is golden nugget. Okay, now, if you want to get started, go to g.co/search console and dive in there, get your domain there or put your URL and start working with this tool. It's an amazing little tool. And I warn you, it's addictive. Once you see the results, it's very rewarding. You spend time on it, make some little changes, and you will see the results. So a great website has to be convenient. Okay. So that's what they're looking for. That's why we go to Google, because it's convenient to go there, ask something and get results. Okay. Now, this includes also the mobile apps. This is, remember, you can do apps, but 25% of online shoppers are shopping on mobile devices. They're not going to their computers anymore. So it's very important that your website is convenient and it can be seen very well from a phone. And that's when we talk about responsive designs that I mentioned you. Make payments, the process, a simple one. Make like a curbside pickup option if you can. It has to be like fast, flexible, the delivery and shipping. Sometimes if you're better off giving free shipping, it'll just boost your sales. Maybe virtual consultations, personal recommendations. So it's great, but let's dive a little bit into the responsive design because this is the major thing. And this will sink your site if you don't pay attention. You've heard that the details are the devil is in the details. Pay attention to this one. Take a mobile first approach when you're doing a website. Create fluid grids and images. Less is more. One image per page is more than enough. Use vector graphics. Aim for minimalism. We're trying to reach 3 seconds loading time. 4 seconds, you're stretching it. So the more images you put, the more bells and whistles, the slower it's going to load, and they're not going to rank you. And we want to be ranked. So, sorry. Also apply accessibility standards to font sizes and styles. This one in particular, I want you to pay attention on the standard, the font size, and the styles. Why I'm telling you this? Because on the phone, it's all about the experience of the user. And on the phone, when you have small text, the finger can't click on one or the other. Sometimes it's difficult to click. They know, the search engines and Google knows that it's too small for fat fingers or big fingers, and it won't rank your website. So provide enough space with fonts, big, easy to read, easy to click on a phone. Just because of that, it'll sync on your rank. Say, well, why I'm not ranking? Well, look at your little fonts and links. They're too small. The experience is a pain point now. It's not, it's more than a touch point. Now it's a pain point. So you get it? These little secrets. That's why I told you, bring your webmaster, bring the person that takes care of all of this, or take notes, bring your friends, because these little things are what make or break your website on Google. Okay, it's not difficult. Now, the payment process, you can see there several options. Reduce the checkout steps. The major thing is, if I have to create an account, a username and password on your shopping cart in order to get what I want, now it's a pain point. So give me, the user, an option to check out as a visitor, right? And if you use these services like Shop Pay, Amazon Pay, PayPal, GPay, these are like one click pay. That's what they're looking for. And it's convenient for them, and it provides a level of security. I know when I pay with Google Pay, I'm secured. I know when I'm paying with PayPal, I'm secured. Okay, so it's amazing. And offer guest checkout for me to like express checkout and forget about all the little details. Now it's fluent. It's flowing, right? Now, enable also, pay attention to this one. Enable digital wallets. Crypto is here to stay. Don't forget about what they're telling you. Bitcoin, the last 12 months has gone up 63%. It has overtaken S&P, everything. It has been providing returns, the biggest returns any asset in the last 12 months. Pay attention to crypto, learn about it. That's a different thing, but learn about it, because we're already in a economy, and the crypto market has been there for 14 years. It's called instant liquidity. Instant liquidity. This is not the future. It's today. It's just that we have not adopted in masses yet. But get ready, because just like the internet hit us, and as business owners, we had to like struggle. This is gonna hit us. So why not dive into the pool as it's warm, and not when it's cold and it hits all of us at the same time? Okay. Golden nugget alert. Okay. Now, make it easy to find what they're looking for based on purchase history. Recommend based on the view history. And this is where all the cookies come in. If they have been here before, your shopping cart will be able to provide recommendations and all of that. Recommend products or services that complement. If I'm going to buy maybe some shoes, maybe you're going to recommend me some socks. It makes sense. I'm going to buy new shoes. Maybe I'll buy new socks, right? Because I'm just the way we think. Okay. Now, check this out. Build convenience. If you can, the curbside pickup will be your secret weapon, because I'll tell you a golden nugget right here. The curbside pickup, you and I, as a small business owners, with this one, we can beat Amazon Prime. Did you hear that? With this one, I can order from the small business owner now and go and pick it up before Amazon. Did you get that one? Take advantage of this one. All right. It's there because as a small business owner, we can adapt better and faster. All right. That's the key here, fast. Okay. Now make it fast and flexible. The shipping and delivery, it has to fluid, it has to flow. And virtual consultations, sometimes it could be a game changer. And I have a story about this one. I have a very good friend who is a jeweler, and sometimes trust, you're buying a very expensive necklace, like a $30,000 necklace, and over the internet and over the phone and all that, the trust. So the virtual consultation help them show the jewelry in a private setting and, make tests and things in front of the customer. And that made the trust level go through the roof and help them make the transaction, that conversion. Okay. So think about ways you can use this to benefit yourself. Now, this is you want to make sure, of course, your website is mobile friendly, and this is a golden nugget tool. Get this URL and go there and type in your website, and it'll come back with a lot of good things that could help you adapt the website to the new phone use. So this is a no-cost Google tool. It's a test and it's easy. So it'll see it as a visitor. So does your website look good when you pull it up on a smartphone? This will tell you if that's the case. Even more important, it's easy to navigate and use on a mobile. Remember the experience, does it have the right font size and the spaces? It will tell you if you're doing okay. This is the second most important tool after the one we just talked about, the crawling. Okay, the Google Search Console is to make sure it's been crawled and everything is okay. And this one is just for the experience on mobile phone. So you have to have both. Okay, golden nuggets. Now, check this out. This is, you're going to see the report and find out if your page is actually usable on mobile and how does it appear on the mobile. And of course, it'll give you additional resources like links to Search Console, where you're going to see additional reports. You see, they're like linked. Once you have all of these services and websites connected in your Google account, you can jump from one to another, from analytics to the Google Search Console to this one. So it's, you have to have them all and learn a little bit about each one of them. Now, is your website responsive? We've talked about this one, and this is a very good little tool. You can see the toggle device toolbar. This is only on Chrome. If you use the Chrome navigator, or go here and toggle it, and you can select, you can inspect it and select like iPhone 4 and or Android, whatever version you want, and it'll show you how it's displayed, and it'll give you a lot of information about it. So you can play with this and see how it's really performing on different devices. Like I want to see it in the iPhone 11 or the 4 or the 6. Now you know who's updated, who's not. So it has to be shown on everyone, on every device, I should say. Okay, so now a website is organized. You have already learned or heard about information architecture. I told you there's a lot more about it. Let's talk about it now. So it's very simple. The concept is to organize your information so when the Google crawler comes in and reads your website, finds it organized and easy to present. I will give you a very simple example. Here you can see our team, the main website. When you get there, you have three links: the contact, our team, and the shop. Once you click in the shop, this is the architecture. It goes to products. Inside products, you can start seeing the architecture. You have a page for jams, a page for hot sauce, and a page for gift cards. That is what Google calls the information architecture. It has to be, let's say you have products and services. Now you have shop, products, and another one side by side, services, and down underneath all the services is the information architecture. The more simpler you have this, the better it is. So remember, less is more. Okay, so let's cover a few last tips for organizing your website. Before you map out your main navigation and gather content and organize all of it, consider which pages will need to be included on your website. Make a list, organize yourself. Give each page on this list a clear call to action. This is these are the elements that you need to have on the website. For example, invite visitors to shop new releases. For example, a good call to action is like sign up for a membership, subscribe to my email newsletter, add products to the shopping cart. So try to put those and be consistent. If visuals and text are inconsistent on all pages, it can be difficult for visitors to get the hang of using your website. Okay, remember that once they start to get accustomed to your brand, text, size, colors, logos, the trust starts to grow. So you can see here the information architecture in a broader display, and you can find ideas like for new relevant content. But this is very important to be consistent and organize it. And that way, everything moving forward, your reports, now you know how many people go to vegetables, how many people go to fruits, how many people go to vegan stuff or meat. And so now but you have to organize your website. Okay. Another golden nugget. This is an alert. Google Trends. You can get there by going to g.co trends. And I see Mara taking notes. Muy bien. Oye, she's got the system called APL, a puro lápiz. Está ahí apuntando like the pencil, paper and pencil. That's her system. That's the best one. Okay, this one is free. And this one is amazing because the name says it all. It gives it away. Google Trends. This will tell you the popularity of the keywords. Remember the keywords, tomatoes in Miami? Now I'm going to go here and put tomatoes in Miami, and I'm going to get a lot of information about tomatoes in Miami. A lot of it that it's going to help me understand, and research what's going on. It's amazing. Here you can compare words and phrases to see which are the searches that are more often, so you get more traffic. Like, for example, Trade Street Jam Company might be curious about how to search for jams, and compare it to jelly. How many people are searching for jam and how many people are searching for jelly? I want to know which one is better because I'm going to write a document and I'm not sure which one of those. One thing you don't want to do is compete two keywords in one document. Maybe you will end up doing one for jam and another optimized for jelly. Okay, that's what I've learned in real life. But it's pretty interesting to see the results shown, when you search and see what people are actually clicking on. So if you set trends to show you data for web searches like in the United States from, let's say, 2004 to today in all categories, it shows that people are searching for the word jam. That's great. Now we take jelly out. You see? So that's the kind of information and empowerment that these tools give you. So if you have taken a few golden nuggets with you, can you type the amount of golden nuggets in the chat? If you took one golden nugget, two, three, put it in the chat so I can know that you're picking up what I'm saying, because I'm out here. I don't see a lot of you guys out there, but my passion is here with you. I want to help you. I want to see you succeed. Okay. So I want to see you take some golden nuggets home and turn them into jewelry. So bonus tips. This is, have you ever clicked on a link that ended up on a broken page? Wow, like an error 404 page. You don't want that on your website. That will sink your website. So also, every website has an error page. And most of us don't know that you can edit and customize that page. Let's say you have like a broken link. Oops, but this page that they're going to be shown is not like the traditional error. Now you can put all of your website's links, maybe a discount because oops, we messed up, so we'll give you 5% because you found a broken link, whatever works for you. But you can take the time to go here and customize it, because it makes a hell of a difference. And I'm sorry about the word hell. It makes a lot of difference if I end up on a custom, on a empty error page or a custom website where the owner is recognizing that and taking it, it's my responsibility. Oops, I'm sorry, there's a broken. However, these are all the links I can provide you and maybe a free gift, and go back to the website, right? So this is a golden nugget tip that you could implement today, and it will not, you'll turn this one will turn a pain point into a touch point. That's how important this one is. This one is a dead end. Now you've turned it into a touch point. Do you see the importance of this? It's all about the experience. Now, your website, every transaction, it doesn't matter if you're on the website or outside, any transaction is based on trust. I'll tell you what, if you don't trust me, would you give me your credit card? Right? So that's what they're thinking about your website. Should I trust this website? Are you kidding me? Why would I trust this? Well, I'll give you some reasons why. You're gonna include an SSL certificate. That's the little lock, yellow lock, the chain little lock there that you put on the HTTPS. Now you know it's secure. So that gives a level of trust to the person that is going to purchase something on your website. Also, that is a major thing. Now, in addition to that, if you provide one of these services that you see on the screen, you also provide an additional layer of security in terms of the payment, because all of these companies, Shop Pay, Amazon Pay, PayPal, Google Pay, provide their own level of security. So that's the trust. That has to align with your website's message. If you're selling snake oil and saying it cures cancer, it doesn't matter what you have here on this end. So it has to match. It has to be trustworthy from the original brand message to here. Okay? Because I have to trust you to give you my credit card and vice versa. If you don't trust me, you're not going to do business with me. So that's the main focus. And I'll give you something else. I've written 2 books. This is my most recent one. Maybe you can see it here. Here it is, Website Centric Strategy. It's on Amazon. And I show you here that we don't like salespeople. So in that message over there on your company, don't sound like a salesperson, because we don't like salespeople. We don't trust salespeople. So it doesn't matter if you have all this secure server and all that here, right? Because you don't trust me because I'm speaking as a salesman. That's a major change. So the message, the tone, the place you're coming from with your message, try to present yourself as an educator instead of a salesperson. And the educator not only speaks, but listens to the needs and the wants. That's where the key, if you provide the needs and the wants, you get the business. Remember this. You have to, trigger interest and then listen and provide the wants and the needs. That's how it works. Okay. And then provide a platform where it's secure for me to make the transaction. Now, enough about trust. We're running out of time. And reputation, trust, get business reviews, get ratings, and your contact information has to be on the website. For some reason, every time passes, it's more difficult to find phone number of a company. Now they want you to go online for everything. So we have an advantage. Sometimes customers just want to talk to somebody, a human being. We as small business owners can do that. That's the difference between big corporations and you and me. That's the only way we can compete with them, providing the product faster, drive by, convenience, trust, relationship with you, right? And all of these little things. Okay. So now your next steps and resources. What's next? Create a goal-oriented website. Your website has to either make an appointment for you, help you sell something, get resumes for jobs that you're going to provide. Make your website, design it to do something and convert people. Give me your resume, buy from me, download my guide, make it work for you. Okay. Now, has to be search friendly. It has to be mobile friendly. It has to be organized, and for that you're going to use Google Trends, and of course trustworthy. Use Google Pay or any other service, but don't go the don't go the single route as a business owner to collect the credit card directly on your website, because there are so many scams, so many things, and you have so many things to do. You can't be on top of security. By using Google Pay or other systems, they take care of the security. If there's like a breach or an update or a new scam, they will provide automatically some fix to the problem, so the business owner can just relax and do business. Okay, that's a golden nugget. It costs a little bit to do business with these companies, but the tranquility and the hassle of not dealing with the security is priceless. So now you want to learn more. Grow with Google has the initiative that will help you learn for job seekers, teachers, small business owners, startups, and developers by providing free trainings online and creating fantastic alliances with organizations like this one to help you directly. We want to hear from you. We want to hear your story. We want to hear if you used these golden nuggets and apply them and got some result, any result. One call, one email is good. That's all we need to hear. We don't want 100, I sold 100, I became a millionaire. Of course, we want to hear that one. But it's about that little step. Remember the success ladder? That little step. Tell me about it, please. Please, I want to know. Okay, so if you want to contact me and let me know, this is my information. That's my book. That's my email where you can send me your progress. Send me maybe a report. Say, hey, Vincent, listen, I got 3 phone calls from the Google business profile, and you take a snapshot of the screen or screenshot and send it to me. That's where you're going to get me. Okay, that's where you're going to find me. I'm sorry. And of course, you can scan that code and get my social media and scan my Amazon code for the book. Now, these are other resources that are very important. Google Analytics, we've talked about them here. Google Ads, Google Business, and if you want to register for our next workshops, that's one of the links in addition to the one the chamber is going to send you. Now, I need your feedback. Please let me know if you took advantage of this training, if you found something that is applicable to you. And when you fill out this form, it's so important for our community to let Google know that we took the class and we liked it, so they can give us more resources to continue helping you for free. We just want the feedback. And when they ask you what training you took, is make website work for you and what coach gave it to you, just select the state of Florida, because there's only one coach per state and you're talking to it to him. Okay, well, thank you. Back to you. I'm going to stop sharing to see if we have several questions, I think, or comments. And here we're back here. Let me see.
Yep, there's a
Talk to
couple
me,
of
Angie.
questions in the
Yes.
chat. Mirage, I know you had a couple questions like as we were going along. I think he may have addressed some of your questions, but if you have one specific that you want to ask, yeah, go ahead and go first.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I did have a couple of questions because I'm a dance studio. So the thing is, you address things, but from a dance studio point of view, it's kind of hard as far as well, you said videos are not good, but I'm a dance studio, so
What do
everybody's
you mean
visual.
videos are not good?
Well, videos, well, when you're putting like on your website, it'll slow your speeds down, meaning that it'll slow down your speed. So that was a question that I had.
Okay. Well, first of all, thank you for your question. Second of all, it's a very important question. And don't fear about putting a video because it will load later. The website, most of the time, the HTML code loads first and the images, and the video takes, actually, you can see like the progress bar, like on YouTube. Have you seen that the little bar when you play, it says, okay, it's going to be 3 minutes, but you can see like a little gray bar. So it will continue to load even, I'm sorry, the website is going to load fast. The video is going to continue loaded in the background. So don't worry, as long as it's embedded there, no problem. But videos are fantastic, are the best, actually, are the
Yeah, I
best.
was just worried about the speed time. And then when you said as far as getting things from the internet, so like I have pictures of kids from that I got from the internet. Should I use my own pictures or?
Yes, that could be back early in the game when the internet started. I don't see it a lot today, but it's still out there. There were these websites that provide free images, and we downloaded, my customers, a lot of people download them, and then we started getting lawyer letters. And we had to pay $500 a year, $50 there, and we were like, it was free, and they said no. There were a few free. The one you took was not free. It's like, oh, but no, the best thing is to have your own, and that's what we recommend. Try to and get the consent of their faces, and if they're minors, their parents.
Oh,
That would
okay.
be my recommendation.
And then,
Or this is an idea. This is what I do when I do like a Google event, in-person event, and we're gonna have somebody filming it.
mhm,
We put on the walls, like a note, this is gonna be recorded by you being here. You consent to the recording. You can put that on the door and make everybody aware of it, and then if you have like a studio session, record them and use your own content. Your own
oh,
content is king. We're in a time where companies spend $5 million in a commercial, and some little kid comes with a phone and goes viral, and the commercial is not good. The $5 million commercial won't go viral. You know what I mean? So
okay.
be yourself, and
And then,
I'm sure you have a fantastic and beautiful content.
thank you. And then the last is, so I use GoDaddy, which I purchased the SSL certificate. So do I need to do anything in addition now? Or would that
Well, you
already?
have to plug it into your hosting.
Okay,
So depends where you have your hosting, because sometimes you have like your domain in one place and the hosting in another one.
okay,
So you need a little bit of tech steps there to connect the security server, the security certificate, I should say, into that hosting with that domain. They all tie together.
okay.
So
Thank you.
give them a call
Thank you.
and good luck. And I love to dance.
Thank you.
Oscar, you have your hand up?
Yes, Vicente, how are you? Glad to see
Super.
you.
How about yourself? Who's talking? Oscar Enel. Oh my God, Mr. Oscar Enel. How are you, my friend?
Hey, buddy, we've been in this long enough. You've been
Yes.
28 years. I've been 29.
Yes. Yes.
And it's hard to find people with being on the industry longer than that. And the golden nuggets that you've given are really impressive, very important, and I do want to congratulate you and thank you for that. I learned a couple of things. And regarding Marat, question regarding videos, there is one thing that is called lazy loading, which is very important, and have the videos instead of on your hosting, put them on your YouTube account and you pull them from YouTube, that's going to have the advantage that people can also find you in YouTube, which is the second most important search engine in the world.
Yes.
And it's going to make the
Absolutely.
website load a lot faster because you're not going to be loading the video, you're going to be loading a link to the video.
Absolutely. And now that's a fantastic suggestion, and I'm so happy you brought it up. Mara, you have a dance studio. I don't know if you do or not, but YouTube. Do you have a YouTube channel? Yes? Okay, you're muted. So what Henao is saying
Yeah.
is to upload your video to YouTube and you embed it on your website.
Okay.
Okay, so now you're connecting, you're crossing two platforms, you know? So that is huge. That is huge. And that way the video doesn't live in your hosting. You're not using the space, and you're using YouTube speed, which is the best. Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you,
Thank
Oscar. Oscar, gracias. Any other questions? Yes.
I have a
Victor,
question.
David.
I have a silly
Go ahead.
question.
Yes.
Silly question. How do you get a YouTube channel?
Oh, that's a very good question. First, you have to sign up with Angie for the next workshop. We have a YouTube workshop for that.
Ah,
Did we just had that one? Or is that the last one?
No, our last one isn't YouTube, but we are gonna be planning another round of a boot camp of 4 more starting in January, and we can definitely make YouTube one of them because
We
that sounds
will
like we
do
need to
that
do
one.
that.
And I'm sure Mara is going to be there with her new videos and show us her channel. And we're going to have a lot of fun. Fantastic. I love this. This is community. This is people helping people. This is what life is all about. This is what we come to the planet for. Of course, we like to make money too, but this is the purpose. Mara, you got another question?
I have a question.
Nicole, go ahead, please.
Yes.
Continue.
I had posted it in the chat, but I guess you was finishing up first before you answer questions. I was asking because I have a Square account with Square, and that's where my website is. So that's another issue that I'm having is because Square is not very known like Etsy or those type of sites. So you have to bring the business to the Square website. So I was asking about the Google. Will that help me with my website of learning who actually goes to the website? Because they do have that on Square.
I am not, that is a very interesting question that, Nicole, I'm transparent and honest. I don't have the answer, to be honest. And we're all learning about this. I don't know if Google Analytics can be plugged into Square. Not sure. However, they might have already integrated some features from Google Analytics and been showing them to you like it's a Square feature, or they have their own, but I don't have the answer to that. What I do know is that if you are only in Square, you're not like on the internet on the major leagues where all the search engines are grabbing your information. I would recommend you to consider having your own website, because think about it. What happens if Square goes bankrupt? Boom, you're out. You're out. You know what I mean? So it's like being on Facebook only. Oh, my business is only on Facebook. What happens if everybody leaves Facebook like they did with other social medias? Not that from Facebook, we have already had a big migration. Only the old people are there. I'm sorry. So try to have your own domain name, your
I
own
do. I
website.
have it with I'm sorry, I have it with GoDaddy. So I do have that where it links to Square.
Yes, yes.
I
I
do have that.
I would recommend for you to have, for example, a domain on GoDaddy, maybe the
Mm-hmm.
hosting, create a website with a shopping cart, and connect your Square to as a form of payment. You know what I
Okay.
mean? But
Yeah, I
having
got it.
your own infrastructure,
Okay.
that's what I would recommend. But if it's, it takes a lot of time, money, if it's working like that, you might want to consider just exploiting what you have. But I'm not, the answer is, I don't know if it connects to Square. I don't think so.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Question for you on when you have a hosting company, let's say like GoDaddy or something like that, is there others that you recommend that are better than GoDaddy or that we could, or is that something that's determined by the person that is building your website?
We're going out of what we I cannot recommend other companies or comment about which one is better from where I'm standing today with
Right.
you right now. I'm also a reseller of domains and hosting, so I could have conflict of interest here, and I don't want to, but what I can tell you from where I'm at right now is try to use the most popular companies that provide the most trust to you, and try to control those accounts, not the webmaster. Open an account, buy your own domain, whichever company you decide, buy
Right.
your own hosting, and add the webmaster like a administrator, but they can't sell the domain, they can't make decisions or hijack your domain. Because we've heard a lot of stories of business owners that the webmaster hijacked the domain because they owe me $30 or whatever. There's so many stories out there. So in reality, you are the owner of the title of that domain. They are stealing it from you. It's like I tell you, go buy a car and put it under my name, and they go buy a car, but they put it under their name, not my name, with my money. So you
Right.
understand here? So make
Right.
sure you buy the domain in your account, you pay the hosting in your account with your credit card, and give them access to that infrastructure. Tip, when you pay the domain and the hosting, pay it in advance, especially the domain name. I've seen so many business owners have the credit card expiration date expire, get a renewal notice, they ignore it, and they lose the domain. And it's a $10 transaction per year, $13 transaction. And somebody else buys the domain, and now they're asking $10,000 for the domain. So when I buy domains, I pay 10 years in advance, $100, $10 per year. I don't care, but it's mine for 10 years, right? And the hosting, I like to pay a year, 2 years. It's cheaper, and you're not going to get interrupted because the credit card, you know what I mean? So that's my best practice to you.
Where do you go to buy a domain? You got it? You know how to do it?
Yeah, I have the GoDaddy.
Google
but
has domains also. Google has domains.
Google that was my next
Yes,
question.
yes,
Does Google
yes.
have
Has
domains?
domains.
Yes.
And Google also has the hostings as well.
Yes, it gives you the free hosting when you use the Google sites. Yes,
Oh.
but that's another class with the Google business profile, and then we're going into a different class. Well, we have to wrap it up.
Yeah, we
and-
do. I want to
Okay.
respect everybody's time and
Yes.
respect Vicente's as well. You all do have his contact information. We're going to send it out again with the email, with the recording, as well as the slides. So you can reach out to him if you have any additional questions. But thank you all for being here. I do want to respect everybody's time and enjoy the rest of your Fridays.
I
Okay.
need just a second.